Hi everyone, I'm Adea Salem, and I'm so grateful that so many of you have journeyed with my family as we have gone through every step of the process to adopt our four embryos. Today is transfer day, and I'm sitting in my hotel room waiting for my clinic to call me because right now, as I share my heart with you, our embryos are being thawed and we are anxiously waiting to find out how many of them are going to survive this thaw. I've been thinking about this so much, and when Anthony and I set out on this adoption journey, probably 8 or 9 months ago, we had no clue about embryo adoption and about embryos and grading and some being better quality than others, and we only knew in our hearts that God is calling us to this particular journey. Many of you know that we have 9 children, and 6 of them are adopted from different countries around the world, and that process was so different to what we have gone through in the last 9 months. Um, I'll be honest, when we felt God tugging at our hearts to open up our lives and our family to embryos, um, I honestly doubted whether any family would be willing to give us their embryos. We have nine children, we have a busy life, we have a lot of different special needs, and I wondered, God, yeah, sure, I'll do it with the greatest of pleasure, but who? Who's going to give me the embryos? And God has just been so amazing. He knit our hearts with one particular family. And I knew the moment that I read their family profile, I knew that those were our children. I knew that was the family who we were going to connect with. And to be honest, just reading their journey and reading what they've been through over the years, I just had such a love for the mom, and I still do. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. um, I do. I really love her as a mother to a mother. I can't imagine praying for somebody to adopt my embryos for more than 10 years. I can't imagine that feeling of hopelessness that, perhaps nobody would, and as the whole story unfolded, Anthony and I learned that, these embryos both have, that these four embryos have twin brothers who both have special needs, one of them profoundly so. And we understand that for many people, that's scary, that's challenging. But obviously, our family, with all of the special needs that we have, we see it as a gift. We see every child who God has blessed us with as just an absolute gift from heaven. And so we knew instantly that we were willing to give these embryos a chance. And when we submitted our family profile to them to read, I said to Anthony, "Oh my goodness, the genetic mom is either going to be thrilled that we have this experience with special needs, or otherwise she's going to say, these people are nuts, that they've already got a big family." But praise God, there was no hesitation, and she came back really quickly to say, "Yes, I want this family to try with my embryos." And today is transfer day, and my heart can't help thinking about her on the other side of the country. She knows that her babies are going to be transferred into my womb today. And, as a mom, I can't imagine what she's thinking and what she's feeling. But I wish I could sit down with her. I wish I could share my heart with her and tell her that, there's not much that I wouldn't do to give her baby's life today. But I know that this is all in God's hands, that this is all in the Father's hands, and that He already knows the outcome, and that that's going to be enough. Selfishly, I must admit that when we started out on this road to adopt embryos, the greatest desire of my heart was to come out at the end of it with a live birth, to come out at the end of it with a child that I could hold in my arms. But as the journey has unfolded, and as doctors and medical people have consulted with us, they've painted a pretty grim picture of the chances that these 4 embryos have, they're not graded very well, and we know that they're not a good quality. But, we trust God, and we trust that if they're meant to have life on earth, that He'll move heaven and earth to give them life. And somehow along this process, my heart changed so much. And it became a thing that started out all about me to becoming a journey that became all about, what does God want? Father, what do you want in this? This is not about me. Yeah, I'm just the person, and I'm going to accept these embryos into my womb, but it's not about me. This is all about your plans and your purposes unfolding, your plans and your purposes for 4 frozen embryos, and for a genetic family on the other side of the country, and for us, for my family. We have been changed through this process. Our hearts have been softened to the things that we knew nothing about. And in us has risen up just this desire to tell the world that every life is precious. Every single life, no matter how it was created, no matter how it came to be, no matter what their story is, every life is precious. And, it's overwhelming to me to think that these embryos are as old as my 2 10-year-old sons. And today, they're going to be given a chance to have life. And so I'm just resting in the peace of God, just resting in the fact that He already knows the outcome of today. And I'm just so honored and just so absolutely privileged to have this opportunity to try, to at least try. So thank you for being with the Salems. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for praying for these 4 precious babies. Yes, they're babies, they're not things. And thank you for believing with us that God is going to have His way no matter what the outcome. We're so absolutely grateful that so many of you have partnered with us and are praying today. And I can't wait to let you know what happens. So